Understanding the concept of wildlife corridors. Wildlife corridors are designated pathways that connect fragmented habitats, allowing animals to move safely between different areas. These corridors can take various forms, such as natural landscapes, constructed bridges, or tunnels. The primary aim is to facilitate safe migration and movement for species, ensuring genetic diversity and access to resources essential for survival. Importance of wildlife corridors in biodiversity conservation. Wildlife corridors play a vital role in conserving biodiversity by linking isolated populations. When animals can migrate freely, they can breed and interact with other populations, which enhances genetic diversity. This genetic exchange strengthens populations and makes them more resilient to environmental changes, diseases, and habitat loss, ultimately supporting overall ecosystem health. Mitigating habitat fragmentation through corridors. As urban development and infrastructure expand, many animal habitats become fragmented, leading to isolated populations that struggle to thrive. Wildlife corridors mitigate this issue by providing safe routes for animals to traverse these fragmented landscapes. By reconnecting habitats, corridors help maintain ecological balance and promote species survival, particularly for those requiring large territories. Enhancing ecosystem functionality with corridors. Wildlife corridors contribute to the functionality of ecosystems by facilitating the movement of various species, including predators, prey, and pollinators. This movement is essential for maintaining food webs and ensuring that ecosystem processes, such as seed dispersal and nutrient cycling, function effectively. The interconnectedness promoted by corridors leads to healthier and more resilient ecosystems. Economic and ecological benefits of wildlife corridors. In addition to ecological benefits, wildlife corridors can have significant economic advantages. By supporting biodiversity and ecosystem services, they contribute to tourism, recreation, and agriculture. Healthy ecosystems provide clean water, pollination services, and climate regulation, benefiting human communities and industries. Investing in wildlife corridors thus serves both ecological and economic interests. Designing effective wildlife corridors. Creating effective wildlife corridors requires careful planning and consideration of various factors, including animal behavior, habitat requirements, and landscape features. Successful corridors should be wide enough to accommodate different species and connected to existing habitats. Additionally, local community involvement and input can enhance the design process and increase public support for these initiatives. Overcoming challenges in implementing corridors. While the concept of wildlife corridors is beneficial, several challenges may arise during implementation. Land use conflicts, funding constraints, and political obstacles can hinder the establishment of effective corridors. Engaging stakeholders, including local communities, landowners, and conservation organizations, is crucial to address these challenges and promote collaborative efforts toward wildlife corridor development. Monitoring and evaluating corridor effectiveness. To ensure that wildlife corridors achieve their intended goals, ongoing monitoring and evaluation are essential. Researchers can assess animal movement, population dynamics, and habitat quality to determine the effectiveness of corridors. This data can inform adaptive management strategies, allowing for adjustments and improvements to maximize the success of these conservation efforts. The role of legislation in supporting wildlife corridors. Legislation plays a crucial role in promoting and protecting wildlife corridors. Policies that recognize the importance of wildlife connectivity can lead to funding, planning, and enforcement measures that support corridor establishment. Collaboration among governmental agencies, conservation groups, and local communities can create a robust framework for effective wildlife corridor implementation. Conclusion. Preserving habitats through wildlife corridors. Wildlife corridors are vital tools for preserving animal habitats and promoting biodiversity conservation. By facilitating safe movement and connectivity among fragmented landscapes, these corridors support ecosystem health and resilience. As we face increasing challenges from habitat loss and climate change, prioritizing wildlife corridors is essential for safeguarding the future of our planet's diverse ecosystems.